All right, cool. Well, since we didn't get the audio for that first half, hello everyone, welcome. This is Metashift League Week 4, and tonight we have Mach 5 versus GGez in the Krypton Division. I am Metashift, the org owner, and joining me today is Shellytron. Introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm Shellytron. Thanks for having me here today, man. We have a very, very exciting matchup here. Week 4, like you said, GGez and Mach 5, two teams that are coming into this week 2-1, two extremely exciting teams whose focus of both these teams come from the bot lane. As you know, last week your mommy popped off. GGez had a double pentakill in their series, and if that wasn't impressive enough, then we have to talk about how crazy the bot lane of Mach 5 is with Frosty and Sword Emperor. Frosty loves going to this Senna pick, plays a lot of Senna, but he's playing it in the what you call the fasting or the support center role, while the support Sword Emperor, who does play a lot of Thresh and Leona, actually last week played a ton of Yasuo and Yone, popping off, going 11-1 on the Yone pick, going 13-2 on the Yasuo pick. So a very unmeta, a very strange pickup there for Mach 5 that popped off in their series that went 2-0. Both of these bot lanes are actually just completely cracked out of their minds.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. And what's crazy is Sword Emperor, I mean, I don't know if these are the right ranks on here, but looking in the lobby, Sword Emperor is the gold player, Frosty's the diamond player. Maybe that's incorrect, but it's funny to see that the lower ranked player is the one on the carry picks like Yone and Yasuo. But that Senna pick is really strong right now, especially in competitive. And I assume most teams are abusing it. I've seen it a lot. So I guess we could touch on the other players in this. It's going to be a bot lane game, and it's going to be a close series. But in the top lane, King Rain versus Maple Scissor. Maple Scissor, his stats are not showing up. That's a bug that I need to fix. But what do we know about these top laners? I know that tanks are probably what we're going to be looking at.
So yeah, Maple Scissor loves those frontliners like the Renekton, the Aatrox, these kind of beefier bruiser kind of fighting champions. I don't know about him playing too much of weak side like Ornn, Malphites, hard engage, but not really expected damage dealers. Although if you let you sleep on a Ornn, Ornn can have a lot of sneaky damage to come through. And then King Rain plays a lot of he will play those Ornns and those Volley Bears, those set kind of frontlining champions. So still kind of in that vein of bruisers slash fighters who have a lot of good tanky stats building HP resistances, but they can also have he also plays some champs that have that sneaky damage that comes through, like a Set whose damage really comes through because he's so damn hard to kill. Honestly, he just has a lot of time to deal his damage and set up and start up engages for the team. So I think we're looking at both these top laners as get things done, get things started champs who are gonna be hard to kill.
Yeah, looking at it now, for GGez, all we've seen from Maple is Renekton and Jax. They've had subs in when they've played the tanks top, so Malphite, Ornn, Shen. But yeah, out of Mach 5, King Rain, a lot of Ornn. So Ornn could be a bannable champion for sure. And moving over to jungle mid, Kappa 1 playing tonight. There's a lot of Zac and some Hecarim, and there's Hecarim on the other side. So Hecarim's still very, very S plus tier in the current meta. Blackwing plays it as well. Another contested pick.
Yeah, 100%. And while we actually are started up in the pick bands, like you said, contested picks and very strong picks that these guys are more like pocket picks, is the very first band is Ivern. We're not going to be able to see Blackwing's Ivern. He has over 70 games on the champion so far, so go ahead and get it out of there. One of those annoying enchanters in the jungle that can be sneaky, extremely oppressive in the game. You just don't like having going against an Ivern, especially the people who play and specialize in that champion. The sin is going to be taken away from the side of Frosty and Sword Emperor, so you don't want to have that Senna pick, which has enabled those fighters in the bot lane. No Senna probably means we're not going to see Sword Emperor playing Yone and Yasuo. The Volibear and Alistar come up for Mach 5, so already very strong engage, very strong front line, beefy boys in the up front, very, very, very hard to kill.
Yeah, I'm just want to touch on this Hecarim Karma. That's such a power pick. You could speed him up, so I think Karma's actually a better mid lane champ right now than a support, but just the power of those two champions combined in a team fight is absolutely insane. So GGez is definitely going to be looking for some team fight centric comp here, and the counter to that, Karma in the bot lane, is what they're going to assume is that Alistar and Ashe pick potential. Karma, if she gets caught out, is just dead.
Yeah, I mean, look at Mach 5's first 3 picks. I mean, you're just in stun hell. You just don't move at all in the fight. You get the headbutt pulverize, you get the volley bear Q, you get your stun there, and then the Ashe crystal arrow. I mean, all that in whatever order you want it to come in will happen, and you just cannot move. So all that speed coming in from Hecarim, accelerated by Karma, that Ashe is there to slow you down a little bit. But I still do like this. What seems like to be building up to be a dive comp from GGez, the Hecarim, the Renekton wants to get in to the meat, the interior of Mach 5's of their composition. So I want to see exactly where we go from here. The Sylas and the Vayne will get banned out by Mach 5. Sylas is a contested pick. Both these mid laners do love playing it. Vayne for your mommy. Go ahead and get it out of there because Vayne can pop off, get those pentakills. Go ahead and get that pick out of here. The Urgot and the Azir will round up the bans for GGez.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to see some sort of pick comp versus the team fighting comp, and on paper, that team fighting comp will be easier to execute, and most likely, they'll I guess, yeah. I mean, that's going to be the winning comp, but pick comps, if they do really well early and they disable the team fight from ever happening, GGez will be looking for those engages, not going to find them, and they're going to get wiped. So I think Mach 5 is going to be looking for some sort of early game as they are leaning towards the Corki pick, which is a late game champion. But we'll see where they go from here.
Yeah, and Nguyen did play this Corki last week. I forgot how he did on it. I'm pretty sure they won their matchup though, so it must have not been too bad. But I don't mind the Corki. It does take some time for it to get scaled up, and it does scale very very well. But I just don't like seeing Corki to lane that unless we do see I Nguyen play it horribly, he probably won't be getting ganked very easily with a Valkyrie in there. Now I thought we were gonna see a Blitzcrank there, but it's just a hover. The Ornn gets picked up for King Rain, so we'll see how that works out for him playing a weak side top lane. I think you said we saw more. No, we saw King Rain play some Ornn last week, but still
A lot of
weak
Ornn.
side. Oh yeah, a lot of Ornn. So we may not see too much action in the top lane. Gonna be kind of hard to gank this Corki. So I definitely want to see what we see from Blackwing here on this Hecarim making moves bot.
There's no way that's right.
Wait,
There's no way that's
no,
Rengar.
no,
It's
no,
Victor.
no,
It's
no.
Victor. It's Victor.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
the Corki pick kind of starts to make sense when they pair it with the Ornn. So they have pick potential early, and they want to be able to survive late in case they don't start snowballing. And that's when the Corki and Ornn come in, allowing them to actually scale into a late game and being able to not only survive the engage out of GGez, but be able to fight them back in that 5v5. GGez rounds out that comp with the Victor. So just, yeah, insane engage, and then the backline of Jin, Karma, Victor that's a lot of damage. So I like both comps, but I think GGez has the easier comp to execute.
see, I'm not really a big fan of Jin. I know a lot of longtime AD mains love playing Jin because of his kit. It feels very unique, very special. I'm just not a very big fan of Jin just because if you aren't ahead, he just tickles for most of the game, and you have to do a lot of your damage with the Renekton, with the Hecarim. And then Victor's a champ that just innately needs to scale to get his evolutions, or what are they even called? Not evolutions. They're
Upgrades. I
upgrades.
don't.
Just call them upgrades. Yeah. So Jin's not really all that strong, all that early, and then you have Karma to keep him safe in the lane against an Ashe and Alistar that want to push, that want to get in there, that want to make moves onto him, and and if you don't have if you don't get pushed in your lane, then you have Volley right there that's coming right behind you. And I think that's a very hard champ to get away from if you are Jin. I don't really like GGez's composition too much. I think if you do survive the very hard pick part of the game, very early and mid part of the game, you're you're in better position to do things later in the game. But with Mach 5, the way they scale, the way they can still get picks, and then those Ornn upgrades coming in, you have Corki and Ash. So you have two ADCs on the squad, and this has a range advantage right there. I'm not really feeling I'm not really feeling GGez's chances in the mid to late unless you get this gen fed early or the Victor is so strong that you just zone everyone off. They just can't get in with the Volibear or the Alistair at all, and you have no chance to really get in there. But if Inewan on this Corki is able to get ahead early, then I feel like they just scale way too hard and you just really can't get into them if you're GGez. The Hecarim and Renekton just have no real shot against this comp that they have to engage on and make moves like in melee range. They want to go in, but Mach 5 is cool with either engaging on you or watching you engage on them and then turning it around.
Yeah, the Alistar pick's actually really strong here when it boils down to the end of this. Um, Having Hecarim and Renekton trying to go in like that, and it's just one headbutt, and you're taking them out. And then just all the zoning that Ashe provides is going to be annoying as well. But I think that's why the Victor and Jhin picks are so strong, because they can deal damage from so far away. But those Lord Dominic's nerfs could be really bad here for the Jhin. He's going to need that item probably second, third at the latest, right? And it was slightly nerfed because of how strong it was. And I mean, you see those three tanks, Ornn, Alistar, Volibear. So the Jin's going to definitely struggle to do damage. And also is countered by Ashe in most scenarios. So,
Yeah.
all right. I mean, that's all I got for this. And I think we'll see you guys on the Rift. Anything else you want to add, Shelly?
Just that I know that Corki does have some AP scaling, but I want to see what the build is from Kappa One. Do we see him go full tank, or we see him go half tank into some AP like Nashor's Tooth, something like that? We have seen with Volibear lately with the E becoming uncapped early on, but we'll have to see when we get on the Rift.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys there. Hello, everyone, and we're finally on the Rift here with Mach 5 versus GGez, and we got an exciting matchup on our hands. We're talking about these bot lanes, Frosty and Soar Emperor versus Your Mommy and Miracle Whips.
Yeah, these two bot lanes are extremely exciting. Now they're playing on in duos in this game that are very different than what we saw from them last week. Frosty and Soar Emperor on this Ashe Alistair, which is such an impressive lane. The pick potential is amazing, especially when you think about how Soar Emperor can roam on this Alistair. But then Your Mommy and Miracle Whips playing with the Jin and Karma. Now I won't lie to you, it's been a while since I've seen a cold start Jin. This is both big balls and a little BM to me, honestly. Into Ashe Alistair. This is just you saying you can see the first 7 minutes of the game, honestly. With Miracle just shooting you up, making sure you stay alive in this lane. You have no intentions of ever stepping forward. I thought when I saw Fleet, we'd see maybe the classic boots for pot start, but no, we're going just straight up into the coal and saying we don't want to interact with you guys at all. Kappa One, you see this coal. I'm not. You have no business coming to the bot lane because we're not stepping up. We're not trying to fight, but they might be trying to cheese here.
Yeah, I have no idea how I feel about that. That on-hit life back passive from the Cole is barely used with the Jin pick, but as we start off, yeah, we saw the standard 5-point, and Volibear is actually going to start on his blue. Both junglers are actually starting top side. Volibear on his blue, Hecarim on the Raptors. Just standard for the Hecarim, but we might see these junglers run into each other in the bot side.
Yeah, and that's really, I'm not surprised to see that they're going bot side first. They understand for Kappa One, he understands there is kill potential there against that Karma and that Jin, and Blackwing knows maybe there's not too much kill potential for against Soar Emperor and Frosty, but I definitely want to be there to counter gank because I know this bear understands what's going on there in the bot lane as well. Frosty,
yeah,
dodging a little bit,
dodging the stuff there. That could have been bad. Some early poke in these solo lanes. King Rang is kind of giving Maple Scissor the work, and in the mid lane, I saw Spore getting some damage onto I Win. So we do see Hecarim, Blackwing creeping up here for a gank in the top lane. King Rain has no idea. The ghost is popped. Maple Scissor flashes for the stun. This is definitely a dead Ornn, and first blood is taken by Blackwing. So if I'm Kappa One here, I mean, Hecarim's been topside this entire time. Got some camps over there. Might want to look for him, but he's still in his own jungle. Teleport used by King Rain to get back into lane. And that wave does not crash there in the top lane.
No, it doesn't. And also with Blackwing here, he gets the scuttle, but no camps. Hold up though.
Soar Emperor with the headbutt combo. Your mommy in some trouble, gonna have to flash out, but Kappa One's there. The flash from Kappa One, the stun lands, and there it is. Frosty picking up a kill on your mama, and we talked about how important this bot lane is, and there's a good start there for Frosty.
Yeah,
another gank. We might be seeing a lot of ganks here. Nothing gonna come out of that one.
Yeah, very nice Valkyrie there coming out of INU, and he was a little pressed up in the lane, but hold up, King Rain, this is that sneaky burst potential I was talking about with Ornn. If you don't respect him, he will solo kill you. He really will, but he did get ganked early, fed 400 gold over to Blackwing. Now, with the E coming out from Frosty, I think Kappa One saw that all camps were up on the blue side for Blackwing, but didn't go in for any kind of invade. I mean, honestly, with all that priority, you probably could have, but Frosty and Soar Emperor just want to go ahead and back, spend their gold, come back double longsword, and feel pretty good about themselves there. I think 2 good ganks from each of the junglers. We have kills tied up at 1, and as we do have drag coming up in about 30 seconds, let's talk about these keystones for just a moment here. Spore on the Victor going for the Comet to get more poke. Obviously, for a lot of these mages in the mid lane, you see a lot more phase rush, and then the fleet footwork, like you mentioned earlier on your mommy, going for the fleet, but going for the coal instead of the usual, or I guess the classic boots and 4 pots there. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, I want to start with the comment on the Victor. I think if you're gonna go like poke damage on Victor, you definitely want Airy instead of Comet. I feel like you'd get actually more worth or more value out of the Airy because of your autoing and queuing. Yeah, your poke is really weird. But yeah, I mean, you do get Rylai's on your abilities eventually, so I guess it eventually would work out where you'd hit mostly all of your comets later in the game. The Cole start for Jin, we talked about this a little bit earlier. I think it's weird. There's a life back on hit passive for Cole that Jin only autos 4 times before he has to reload. So you're barely getting any health back from it. You're really just using it for the gold and the scaling. And I think it's kind of just super unnecessary here and more risk than reward.
Oh yeah, this is definitely, it's hard to tell if it's you giving up the lane or a little bit BM saying, I'm not going to start really anything useful here, especially when you did go fleet. It's like half going into safety, half saying, you don't have much kill pressure on me anyway, I'm just here to farm. Not the case early on, as we do see it definitely engage, and maybe
Yeah,
Apple One is overstepped.
Apple One in the jungle gonna blast plan. Actually, it doesn't even make it over. Soar Emperor lands the knock-up combo, but Kappa One's gonna fall. And now it's kind of 2-on-4 as Iwin's walking over, but Soar, you're in trouble. The zoning force field out of Victor is gonna keep him there, and they're gonna pick up that kill as well. That's 2 kills. Another kill for Blackwing, and your mommy actually picks up a kill there. So kind of back in it in the bot lane now.
Yeah, that's what happens when you just completely disrespect what's going on from your opponents. Kappa One, I'm guessing, wanted to get some vision in there. I don't think I even saw him drop a ward really in there, and I'm pretty sure I don't know if he had this control ward. It's in his inventory right now earlier, but I don't think he dropped a ward in there. He just walked up into that blue side jungle and got collapsed on by 3 members, and then Spore had priority, so he showed up there too. 4 against 3 with your bot lane coming up a little bit late. You had no shot at winning that. The blast cone failed. Look at this.
Yeah, Hecker and Blackwing, another gank in the bot lane. Onslaught of Shadows gonna find Frosty, and the damage is there. 4th shot from your mom is gonna pick him up. Miracle Whip's now in trouble. Heal and shield comes out, but it's not enough. And it's gonna be a 1-for-1, but Frosty falls, and the return kill gets picked up by Kappa One on Miracle Whips. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Spore taking some damage. Iwin actually flashing there, but not going to be able to pick up a kill. So interesting flash.
Yeah, a very I would say ambitious flash, maybe a confusion flash for me. But yeah, you see this Jin. Maybe he was right. Maybe your mommy's right with starting Cole. You get two very quick kills, and you take the first dragon with your team. You're looking really good here. And he only had Cole and Boots on that second kill. He got onto Frosty, who just walked back to lane. So you are ahead in gold if you are this red side bot lane. And hold up, Maple.
Yeah, Call the Forge God comes out. Is the damage there? King Rain putting a lot on the Maple Scissor piece. 1 hit, the flash and the auto. King Rain's going to pick that up. A solo kill in the top lane. King Rain on the Ornn. That's that damage you were talking about.
Yeah, through the dominance too from Maple Scissor, and that's what it is. Ornn, everyone look. It's so hard to forget. It's so easy to forget that you think of Ornn. Okay, weak side top lane. It probably won't see much jungle interaction here. That's cool. I can just have a laning phase the way all tops love it. This is a 1v1. We can stack up our damage numbers. Post game report. Look at these damage numbers. We have the lowest KP in the game, but when you go up against an Ornn, you can get it's so easy to forget just how much damage output he can give you. Those knockups in the air, he has multiple ones of those, and very, very quickly Maple Scissor found out even with the dominance pop, you can get solo killed by an Ornn building 0 damage items. So we'll have to see how this matchup continues moving forward, but this Ornn is ahead right now.
Yeah, and I think well, I was gonna say I think Corki has package right now. I wasn't really able to tell with that skin, but I'm not able to use it much. I think Hot Rod Corki. It looks like Hot Rod makes. I think that's one of them. But knowing that this Corki doesn't have flash, I assume Spore relayed the message to his jungler. I'd expect to see some setup for a gank mid, but maybe both junglers will keep looking at this bot lane as we do see Kappa One trying to creep into the bush. Miracle Whips might have spotted him out there. but maybe not. I actually
No
don't
pings.
know.
Yeah, no pings on the map. So I don't. Maybe he did. Maybe he did not. But there is a ward in that middle brush right here in the lane, so he'll get spotted out if he does. Actually, it's a trap. I think it's a gen trap. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
maybe another solo kill in the top lane. Maple Scissor doesn't know where to go. Gets the dash, the slice and dice to safety. And we do see blue buff getting handed over to this Victor. Some nice jungler there, right? Giving his blue buff over. So Spore has the blue buff against I win and putting that poke in now. And he's going to keep doing so now that he won't run out of mana. Looking for a kill. Definitely playing super aggressive in the mid lane. Volibear did take that recall, Kappa 1, off the map now. Dragon's coming up too, and he's going to be topside for a little bit.
yeah, Dragon coming up in the next 40-ish seconds here, but the Rift Herald is already on the map with only 3 more minutes of plate. So you definitely want to see which jungler, if either one, actually do want to prioritize this, or are we looking at a little bit of dancing around this next Drake coming up here, and it is going to be an Ocean Drake. So we have a good chance at getting either a Mountain Rift or the bad one. So we'll have to see which one comes up after we get this. This is a death rush.
The bushwhack. Blackwing's here. Ghost proc. Oh, he gets headbutt into turret, and the teleport comes in, and they do not find the damage on Soar as he uses the Unbreakable to get out. I believe that's what that's called. Unbreakable Will, something like that.
Yeah, Unbreakable Will, something like that. Yeah.
And still with that pressure, GGez is just going to take that right to the Dragon and pick themselves up a Dragon 2, that Ocean Drake. Meanwhile, King Rain still putting it in the damage onto Maple Scissor. Call the Forge God comes out. He hits it. I don't know if he can keep following up on this one, but he's looking for it. Flash unavailable. Oh, Kappa 1's here, coming from the teammates' jungle from behind.
Yeah.
And another kill on Maple Scissor. This Renekton pick seemingly got countered, but doesn't really matter. I mean, GGez picking up the objectives on the map. The gold is still fairly even, but the Dragon Soul, when we get to it, it will be that mountain is something scary. So
yeah, extremely scary because yes, you do have the first 2 dragons if you are the side of GGez, but that only means that that Mach 5 with this Ornn Volibear. Hold up though.
yeah, King Rain getting teleported on, and the gank from behind. A teleport from his Corki to help out, but Victor's also going to show up. Kappa 1 on his way. The enchanted crystal arrow. And Kappa 1 is still in the river, not going to help out, but just from Frosty's cross map arrow, it actually is a 1-for-2. And I win picks up 2 kills there. And meanwhile, Kappa 1 picks up the Herald.
Yeah.
Beautiful arrow. It was perfect. Yeah. That helps out so much.
Yeah, busy getting that Herald, which has to be dropped like expeditiously. Honestly, if you want any kind of real value for it, you might have to take solo gold for this. You can't wait for Corki to come back. Yeah, drop it right now. You get some gold for this. But I mean, we saw Kappa 1 dunking on the top lane on this Renekton, who is rushing Bork, actually, I do believe. And I mean, this is a Renekton that's so far behind, who's been getting killed almost on cooldown, just disrespecting the burst potential of this Ornn right here. You see it all the time too. It's like I said, it's very easy to
Corki package in the bot lane. He's looking. I don't think they have a ward in the river, and he has a perfect line right behind him to split them up and stop him from getting back to the tower. Miracle Whips, face checking. Gonna have to flash out, but it looks like a short stroke on the package, and your mommy flashes forward and gets the kill as Onslaught of Shadows comes through. Blackwing from the jungle, and GGez turns this around. Actually, Blackwing picks up that second kill, and Spore picks up the third. Wow, didn't expect that massive turnaround in that fight.
Yeah, I mean, action just never stops here, especially in this bot lane here. See Corki with the package. You have to be aware of him at all times, but it actually turns around and it gets reversed on the side of Mach 5. GGez ready for the engage. 3 kills, the whole bottom half of the map, and now you have a 2-0 Victor and a 3-1-3 Jhin, who I said, look, Jin is a champ that tickles very early. Those ults do nothing really. That current call not very strong early on. It's usually just used for a slow. But when you're 3-1 and 3, you already have your mythic at 15-minute spore.
Yeah, Kappa 1 gonna get that flash out of Spore. Now is in trouble, gonna be forced to ulti out. And Soar Emperor shows up to help disengage that one. But they do get the flash for the Volibear ultimate, so a good trade there. But what just happened in the bottom lane was a huge swing of gold. And I think GGez is sitting pretty right now and looking really good. And part of the fault of that play was the quirky package. Kappa 1 gonna flash over the wall. Wow. Spore, you don't have flash anymore. I don't think you should be playing that aggressive. Gonna get a punish for that one.
Yeah. The quick little shutdown goes over to the quirky. Look at this arrow.
Arrow again. Landing it on Miracle Whips. That's a dead karma and another kill for I win. That's a 4-1 quirky, and they're just like that, they're back in it.
Yep, just like that, you catch someone out who's sleeping on you. New one's able to get that kill, and then you find a Miracle Whips on this Karma saying, I would like to see what a gray screen looks like. You say, I can oblige you very, very quickly, and now this quirky is huge. This is the thing about picking up these champs that love to scale, these champs that hard scale so quickly and easily. Quirky is a late game champion. A 4-1 quirky is an early mid game champion. Now this quirky is hitting you hard. Look on the side of GGez. I like their composition, but where's the DPS? Where is the actual sustained damage coming from? It's not gonna be, the Jin is all right. You can get some really good strong damage, but it's not like he's putting out a bunch of like, he's not hitting you like an Ezreal would, or like some of these other, like a Misfortune maybe without fast. That's coming out. You have a quirky and an Ashe, so it's coming in fast, and you can't get away from it. Hold up, though.
And here is the dragon fight. It's a mountain dragon, and Blackwing's going to look for the onslaught of shadows on that quirky we're talking about, but not able to find much as he 3v1 in the backline. Meanwhile, your mommy picks up the kill on the Volibear, and now, yeah, Mach 5's in a really bad position. Maple Scissor looking for an engage. I don't know if the slice is available just yet. And what, both junglers fall here, so this is the dragon dance for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. We flip these. Oh yeah, we flip these.
Yeah, we point these for sure. Yeah,
we step in. Yeah, go ahead and aggro the dragon.
Soar Emperor ulti's popped. Unbreakable Will. He finds the combo, and there it is. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow is gonna pick it now. It's a 4v3, and GGez's forced to back off, but they obviously are gonna stick around as they don't want to give up this dragon. Both junglers are on their way. Slice comes in. He lands the stun. Is the damage there? It's not. Frosty gets out just barely. Now King Rain's in the front line. Oh my god. I win. You're in trouble. Blackwing shows up before Kappa 1, and he cleans it up. And now Kappa 1's left 1v3, but he goes in. I don't know about this one, sir. And this bear is on the run, but the CC is just there. Wait, the return ultimate? There's no way. He finds his damage. Your mommy's going to pick up that kill. 6-1 on the Jin now. And that is just, I mean, the engage comp prevails, man. It wins. And they're going to pick up this Dragon 3, and they're one dragon off from Mountain Soul.
Yeah, this is what happens. That whole 3-minute exchange for this third dragon of the game was that was just an exercise of disrespecting the enemy. And when one team had to win, the disrespect battle, and it looks like it was GGez now on Soul Point. I mean, okay, Kappa 1, I understand this is Soul Point potentially, but I think what you do there is you drop a control ward over the top, and if you want to give away your life, because it's a 4v1, right? If you want to give your life away, then that's fine, but do it by ulting over the back of the wall and getting a smite down. You had smite, you had your ult at the time, so if you want to jump into 3 members of GGez, that's cool, but do it for a purpose and not to just say hello and make this gen even stronger. Now, like I said, when Corky was 4-1, now 6-2, he was a very strong champion. This gen is 6-1-6, like you said, has the Lord Doms already in the back pocket, which you're gonna need against this composition with the Ornn, the Volibear.
Second item, Lord Doms, yeah.
Yeah. and the Alistair, you're gonna need all that coming through there. So that's a very strong item, although it was just nerfed recently. But you might not. It's not all that necessary when you see that the side of Mach 5 is just sprinting into you one by one, and their tanks aren't doing all that much when there's no follow up, and they're allowing you to kill them in pretty bad engages when your comp engages a little bit better than theirs. So you're gonna have to if you're Mach 5, you have to do a little bit better here. But
yeah, and we do see it's kind of a bait. Maple Scissor trying to bait for his teammates. Teleport coming in from Spore. King Rain is the lowest health member. He's going to try to get on out, but the damage is definitely there. Spore's going to... actually, your mommy's going to pick up that kill. And this is not looking good for Mach 5 as the dive's coming out. Blackwing shows up. And it's just a numbers game at this point. And I want to bring it back to that dragon fight because it was so long and there was a lot going on there. And it came down to two things, I think. Patience was a big one. And the second thing was blue side versus red side. Blackwing's actually able to get there quicker because of the way the teams were positioned and that wall on the other side of Dragon Pit, right? So Kappa 1 has to walk all the way around where Blackwing can just come straight through the jungle and he's right there. But yeah, it just came down to patience because I think Soar Emperor kind of pulled the trigger there early and inevitably didn't do much. But yeah, they're going to pick up the Baron here. GGez looking really good. 3K, 4K gold lead.
4K gold lead as we do see this replay of that last top fight. Strong engage from Maple Scissor, but it really just gives over his life. Has not had the best games of games on this Renekton, and you feel really good if you are Mach 5, but then you feel really bad once you do get blown up. The Ornn gets blown up, that Gen ult is not tickling anymore, and then Blackwing is just coming through, diving you underneath your tower. He's very strong. This Gen is borderline unstoppable. You can't really get to him, honestly. And I won't lie to you, this Bork Rush Renekton probably isn't the build, and I'm not going to blame the build for how Maple Scissor is performing because honestly, it was all positioning and disrespecting the Ornn. But yeah, I think you were right about that dragon fight. It was about patience or the lack thereof. And but I don't think it was about patience though. It can be contributed to patience, but I think it's just disrespect and not showing the requisite.
Always disrespect.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. You say, oh, I can kill you here. We're ahead. We have more kills. Oh wait, now we don't have more kills. And yeah, Kappa 1 had a harder time getting to the pit because he is on blue side. But by the time he even had a chance to get to the pit, he was just, I mean, the fight was over. The fight was already over. He had no position, no vision in there, and they owned that whole river. His only shot was to go ahead and use the Stormbringer over the wall and then try to get a smite steal. But as it stands now, I mean, how do you handle this Hecarim? How do you handle this Jhin, especially with this Karma with Moonstone enabling him?
What are you doing there? Onslaught of Shadows, using the Gale Force to get away. And it actually is enough as GGez is going to back off. They don't have the vision. They don't know who's there. But Frosty, I mean, that was bold, ambitious, if you will, stepping up like that with no teammates around. Mach 5's going to look on the Hecarim. Maple slicing away, getting on out of there. And this is the Dragon Soul coming up in 30 seconds. And yeah, how are you going to deal with this? I'm going to say it comes down to your Ornn item on the Corki. And can Corki carry? And it's possible. But the only reason I think it's possible is it's almost a 4v5 as the way they're using Maple Scissor right now is, hey, go bait for us as we clean up. Like, go die for the team. We do see a Bushwhack. King Rain walking into multiple members. Going to dash on away as the Enchanted Crystal Arrow does find Miracle Whips. But they are okay. I'm just going to walk on out of there. That's your Ashe Ultimate is gone now for this Dragonflight Corki package, though. We have that.
That was a face check from your tank when there was no follow-up even near him. Why did he even walk that way? But yeah, you do lose the Crystal Arrow.
I do not know. Curtain Call comes out. The poke on Soar Emperor has not used his ultimate yet, and that's a low-health Alistar. Whoa. Very low-health Alistar. Lord Dom's really putting in the damage. Oh, but the Corki poke in response. Soar Emperor doesn't know what to do. He has to stay around. Maple Scissor over the wall finds the stun on Frosty. Frosty's immediately blown up. And while we do have Kappa 1 in the front line, Inowin's trying to put in some damage. And GGez just looks too far ahead. They're gonna take down this front line, and your mommy Gale Force flashing forward, trying to find the damage on Ainoin. The Immortal Shield Bow comes out. He does return the kill, but inevitably falls, and 3 members of GGez remain. They're gonna pick up the Mountain Soul.
Yep, and this is Mountain Soul on, well, I want to say Renekton, but he has literally no items at all. Blackwing is strong. He's going to be going for that Dead Man's Plate very, very soon. Has the Chem Tick already. So you have several members who have very strong frontliners, and even the Karma with the shielding is going to be even better for the team. So yeah, getting Soul, all 4 dragons in a row. As you do see this replay, all 5 members positioning here. Maple Scissor just walks up, says, "Hey, I'm Maple Scissor." Doesn't get killed very immediately, but does die in this fight. I mean, right here, it was literally all Corki, like you mentioned. Corki all day, doing any amount of damage. King Rain just gets caught up trying to 1v1 Spore, has no chance of doing that. And once you get your front line separated from your damage dealers, there's just really no shot of you winning that fight, no matter how fed Ainoin is on this Corki. Now, he did get a 700 gold shutdown onto your mommy. So he has 3 items right now, so he's pretty strong. He's pretty strong, has Sork Pin boots, and is gonna have a Zeal item very, very soon. But the fact does still remain that even though you have the better front line in this fight, or in this game, you're still not doing all that much in these team fights. You're just not doing very well, and you have a very great front to back. But you're just the team isn't doing all that well in these team fights. Just getting mispositioning and getting caught out, and you have 280 carries, but there's really no damage output.
I would say that Mach 5 has the better pick and poke comp, if you want to look at it that way. They have more pick and more poke potential. And in that last fight, Soar Emperor on Mach 5 got poked out, and Frosty got picked, immediately blown up at the start of the fight. I mean, you call it a pick, but it's obviously some full engage there. But what they need to do, Mach 5, to be in this game to win, is they need to find the picks, and they need to not get poked out. As the Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes a little wide, but multiple members are here. They're going to find an easy kill on Maple Scissor, but GGez knows what to do in response. They're pinging the Baron. They're going to start this. They're going to rush it down.
No TPs.
Off shot should be coming on the way. Hopefully. Actually, the teleport mid.
Oh, wow. They just drew out a TP. They just baited the TP. Yeah. I don't know if they actually wanted to take the Baron. I'm not sure how fast the Baron take is with this comp minus Renekton. I think they just wanted to take the TP from this Ornn and say, look, if you want to sit in a side lane, particularly bot, then you can't come and respond to our next Baron push.
Over the wall, Blackwing, the Onslaught of Shadows, finding the engage. This is a 4v5, but they're going to take it. The poke is there, but Blackwing's down, and it's now 3-on-5. Spore and your mommy on the back foot. Soar Emperor's looking for it. He flash pulverizes, and they pick up the kill. And now Ainoin's on your mommy. Does he have the damage? He does. He wins the 1v1, but inevitably falls. And TP in for Maple Scissor on the backline. Is this Renekton online now? The shields from Miracle Whips. Maple Whips together is the duo combo. But I think
unkillable.
I think this is it, man. Mach 5 found a way to turn it around, but really just baited GGez into taking a 4v5, and the teleport was a little too late.
Yeah, that was
the only one remaining alive. That was an interesting engage. I don't know if that's what I want to take.
That's the most respectful way you can put it. GGez did the right thing. They were able to go ahead and bait out the teleport, but for some reason they stayed in that area. And like you said, Mach 5 baited them into fighting them in a choke point. Right in a choke point, you get multiple engages from Soar Emperor on this Alistair. All the knockups, even had the flash pulverized. I mean, just looking very, very good. Yes, Ainoin does die there, but he did get a double kill. He's very, very strong. Has the RFC in the back pocket right now, and Maple Scissor is actually online with the Bork and the Stride Breaker. Now, it's kind of hard to tell, was he online or was Miracle Whips online, honestly, at 2, 3, and 14. I'll let that be for the chat can decide that for themselves. But the fact does remain that Maple Scissor does not pop at the beginning of fights anymore. So that's very, very good for him. or at least this is the first time we've seen him not pop in a fight. I don't know if that's going to be the case in these upcoming fights for this Baron. If we do sit around here with over 90 seconds left on this Elder Drake to come up here. But yeah, I mean, 43 kills in 30 minutes in this game. This has been a bloody matchup. It's a 3K gold lead. Not too big, honestly, for the side of GGez, but Mountain Soul is just, it adds so much more of gold, I guess, equivalency to that advantage there. And with that Elder coming up very soon and these waves pushing, they have pretty good prio to go ahead and establish some vision in this bot side river, but their focus looks like it's going to be mostly in the top side near this Baron.
Yeah, you don't see people lose with Mountain Soul very often, so this is a surprising one as Mach 5 seemingly turning this around, and it comes down to the quirky Ornn, but like you said, I think the Karma's online, having the items finished to make that late game enchanter, just those shields are massive, and we don't really have any shield break on the side of Mach 5, so the only way to counter that really is to just deal more damage, and with that Ornn item on Quirky and Ashe, ornaments, that'll definitely help. And I think that's it right now. This is Mach 5's strongest point in the game. They've got the Ornn items on their carries, and it's time to take this last fight, and whoever secures this Elder Dragon, I would assume be the victor, but Quirky package is available, and it's on a timer, so he's going to have to use it eventually.
Yeah, and
GGez wait it out.
They should, but that Mikhail's is online as well, so these engages from the Ashe and even Kappa 1 on Volibear have to be very careful.
Out, Dominance and Onslaught of Shadows come in. They find the Wombo. This is the damage there. It looks like the return damage is there. The Quirky just blows up Maple Scissor. And again, Blackwing looks like he's going to fall. No, but your mommy gets picked. And Spore's on the run getting picked as well. And they're just online. The ornaments, the carries, they're doing so much damage. I win 12-4 on the Quirky. And Blackwing's going to have to look for a steal, but he has no way to get over the wall into the pit. He's looking to run around. Soar Emperor's not going to let that happen. I lied the Hex Flash into the wall, but it's okay. Elder Dragon is picked up from Mach 5, and this is their game. They might even just go for the double buffs here.
Yeah, go ahead and get that Baron as well. There's nobody on the map that can stop you. Who's it going to be? This Karma? Yeah. Okay, is it going to be the horse? Not going to happen. So, Mach 5 may be the team to show you that it is very, very easy to throw a game, even when you have Mountain Soul. Mountain Soul very convincingly, all 4 dragons on the side of GGez, and it seems like it's going to be the Mach 5 saying their opponent's name here at the end of the day, as I knew and says, I don't think you want to be here, Karma. You gotta get up out of here. Use that speed to make a very quick exit stage left. And this game seems to be just totally in the hands of Mach 5. They can easily maybe not 1-3-1, honestly. They can 4-1 this though. They can easily 4-1 this unless you do want to put this
down mid and end the game.
You have Elder. We have Elder and Baron. You can do whatever you want, honestly, because it seems to me that GGez has no intentions of actually staying alive at all anymore.
Yeah, and what it comes down to is Ornn, I think. And I expect GGez to be like, you know what? No more of that. We don't want that in the game anymore. No more Ornn. Don't like that. Wasn't fun. So I'm expecting an Ornn ban going into game 2, but we should hold off on that, right? Because it's not game 2 yet.
Not game 2 yet.
The unexpected 3-2. They're going to pick up that tier 2 in mid, maybe rotate for a 5-man bot side.
While we do have some downtime, I want to say that I really do absolutely hate these new names of the ornaments. I just saw it come up. It's what is it? It's the Turbo Chem Tank is Turbocharged Hex Experiment, as that arrow does sail wide of its target.
Gonna chip some damage, maybe, probably not. I don't even know what it took. It took the Mountain Soul. Oh wait, they don't have Mountain Soul. It took some damage to the Ornn, maybe.
Some damage.
Some damage. Mach 5's gonna walk this one in. That's their first inhib. Looking like they're going to take the one bot side as well and try to close out the game. Limited time left on these buffs.
Yeah, about a minute left on the Baron. I think Elder might already be gone
about
off
to
of them.
fall.
Oh yeah,
It's definitely
yeah, yeah.
about to fall. And I think GGez knows it as it falls and the engage comes in. Onslaught of Shadows is immediately
Sure.
stopping his tracks. Frosty with the arrow. They blow him up. And Sword Emperor with a nice
CC
combo,
locked.
landing the double knockup. Gonna pick up the other 2 kills there. And this is the end game. Maple Scissor and Spore on the run. No members of Mach 5 gonna fall there as GGez with their last ditch effort gonna take that engage there and get aced 5-0. Mach 5 taking game 1.
Mach 5 taking game 1, like you mentioned, we may be seeing an Ornn ban, but it didn't have to be this way. It absolutely did not have. Look, Ornn scales well and becomes a very good engage, very good frontliner for your team. But let's keep it real here. Maple Scissor did, but he did poke the beast. He was playing too far up, did not respect just how strong King Rain could be on this Ornn in the early game. Yes, he did get ganked early, 1 time, but King Rain had 2, maybe even more. It may have been 3 solo kills onto the Renekton, who did rush Bork, by the way. And when you're getting solo killed by the Ornn, you just understand that, look, Ornn from behind is still strong. Ornn who's ahead and against another frontliner in Renekton who didn't get online until about the 20-25 minute mark. I mean, it was just going to be a very, very unpleasurable time in the top lane and in those team fights. And we can just look at the damage. Let's look at the damage. Look at these. Don't really look at the numbers. Look at the bars right here. 38 Thou Wow for this Corki right here. I mean, that is more than, it looks like more than the top jungle and support combined for this side of GGez, and I could not agree more. Red side team, the name of your team is how this game went.
No, it's so toxic. Oh man, but yeah, I don't really have much to add besides I know in just popping off on the Corki, and I mean, I don't want to like not give credit to Frosty and Sword Emperor finding those picks. Even Kappa 1 like calculated, knowing that Spore doesn't have flash, stuff like that. But there was 2 beautiful cross map Enchanted Crystal arrows that helped get them through that early game. And they really, those power picks on 4 and 5 with the Ornn Corki, they played to it, man. They waited until they got their items and they used them, and it worked. I mean, Mach 5 takes the win.
Yeah, Frosty and Sword Emperor have such great synergy. You take away that Senna, now Sword Emperor can't run that Yone or that Yasuo in the bot lane with them. But you have a very strong pick duo, and like you said, they were just so good on starting these engages, whether it was with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow or with Sword Emperor just doing what he does on the map, just every which way, and even peeling with the headbutt. I mean, he was engaging, starting off fights, and was very strong with peeling. That's what an Alistar does for the team. So I am very, very intrigued to see what kind of bans we see based off of this first game here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Alistar pick were so strong that you could give them Hecarim and take Alistar again. Multiple member knockups out of Sword Emperor were just clutch in those team fights. But yeah, going into game 2 draft, I think we'll see you there. And I'm excited to see what gets banned from this game 1. Hello and welcome back. We're about to get into the Game 2 Pro Draft between GGez and Mach 5. Mach 5 takes Game 1. Uh, Not handedly. It went to a very late game, and they were able to get Elder Dragon after not getting a single dragon beforehand. And they did this using, Ornn, Corki, scaling, and some quality picks out of their bot lane. So going into this draft here. Join with me. I'm Metashift, by the way. It says it on the screen. Join with me as Shelly. We're doing this casting stuff tonight, and it's going pretty
Yeah.
well.
It's going pretty well indeed. I won't lie to you, I actually did like what I saw from both these teams. I think that despite having the better pick comp in Mach 5, GGez was able to play pretty well in the early game, like you mentioned, getting all four of the Elemental Drakes straight, not dropping a single one. And when Mach 5 was able to get that Rift Herald, it did cost two of their teammates' life. So at every moment in the early mid game, GGez was looking very good on objectives. And the one they lost, they traded away in kills. So they're doing pretty well there. But I want to speak on this game even more, but we're already into the pick ban phase of our game number 2. And we're looking at GGez going ahead and banning away the Senna from Frosty and the Ornn from King Rain, and that makes a lot of sense. I know Maple Scissor was every single second that they had in the comms between these two games. He said, "Look, I don't want to face an Ornn again. Don't make me face Ornn again." And his teammates said, "Okay, you don't have to face Ornn again. It's gonna be cool, bro." So Senna, Ornn, and Callista are all gone for GGez. That's gonna be the Ivern, Zaya, and Volley Bar taken away by Mach 5.
Yeah, and GGez is going to pick up the Hecarim, and you know what? They didn't ban Alistar, so
Mhm.
I don't see why Mach 5 wouldn't take the Alistar pick again. Uh, I would think when you pick Hecarim, you're just showing engage comp, right? So
Mhm.
um, Volibear was banned, though. Who? Mach 5 had the Volibear, correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they banned their own champion? I guess they want to force them on Hecarim and not allow them to take that Volibear. Either way, Alistar is going to be a great counter pick to both, and it looks like they're going to match that jungle matchup Hecarim with the Udyr, and there it is. I'm a genius. They probably hear me in the chat. Please pick Alistar so I look smart. Thank you.
Yeah, you say, okay, they have a plan for it, right? When you ban out the Volley Bear, you obviously know that that GGez is going to pick up the Hecarim. They have to pick up a Hecarim. They just really need to, honestly. So they pick up the Udyr, which I think has fallen a bit in strength and in priority over the past couple patches. But until he's actually gutted, he is still going to be viable in the jungle. He just is very unkillable if you play it right. And Alistair, I mean, we already saw what Sorenberg can do on this champion. Very great in picks, very great in peeling. Just an absolute, just put on a clinic in the bot lane there. But we're going to see your mommy on the Caitlyn. Now, I do believe he played this champion last week a couple times and played it pretty well. So I think Caitlyn as one of these, I can't even call it fringe meta picks. She's not even the meta at all. She's not even like one of these pocket picks you see very often. But Caitlyn is pretty strong when you pilot it right. But there's two things that every Caitlyn has to display very strong abilities on. One is trap placement, and two is early game taking plates. If you don't get plates in the early game, you fall off considerably in the mid game unless you get a ton of kills. And it hurts you so bad. And if you don't have very good trap placement, there's literally no reason at all to pick Caitlyn.
Yeah, I think the Caitlyn pick's good into the Alistar because obviously you can abuse Alistar, right? His range is shorter than hers, and she can free auto him whenever she wants. And if he tries to look for an engage, it costs him so much to get there that he basically has no way of getting out. And with the Braum, I mean, I'm not too sure on the Braum pick, but with the Braum, it definitely does stop him from getting out. So if Alistar ever looks for an engage, I doubt the damage would be there to kill her from full health, and that headbutt combo is going to get extremely punished when he gets stunned and trapped, and well, he's going to die. That would be that. So, yeah,
Yeah, indeed.
it's a good combo. And then you're picking Kai'Sa into Caitlyn, but Kai'Sa Alistar is strong lane. Mach 5 looking like they might be trying to scale again. Um,
Ooh, this set pickup would be pretty interesting here
it's
as
not a Ornn.
well. Oh,
That's more like
wait.
it.
Okay. I'm liking this a little bit more. What are we gonna get here? They do love these hovers. Will we get a bait? Nope. It's going to be the Scion in the top lane. And I actually don't mind this at all. This is another Mach 5 composition where you have two tanks, Udyr and Alistair, and a Scion here that can put out more damage than the Ornn if you let him. And look, I mean, you're going to have to show what you can do, Maple Scissor, on your champion. Do you go for the Renekton and try to get your face back? Say, no, 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 no. What happened last game? It wasn't how my Renektons always look. Let me go ahead and pick it up right now. But the hover is going to be Ahri, and the lock-in for I knew him or for Spore will be Ahri. Now look, whenever I see an Ahri on the map, my only point I ever make is I hate Ahri unless from the very start to the very end you consistently hit charms and timely charms. If you can't hit your charms consistently, then it's a useless champ that really can't do anything at all. True damage on your Q when it comes back, but
Yep.
I don't like Ahri at all, honestly, unless you can hit charms consistently.
Yeah, I was wondering why GGez wasn't picking anything that's going to do some tank busting. Seeing all three of those massive tanks again, and just knowing Mach 5 ran that last time. But uh, there it is. The Darius is definitely going to have some fun if he's allowed to, if he gets online early. Maple Scissor was not able to do that last game. But the Ahri pickup, knowing that they left Corki up, I mean, look at all these mid lane bans, right? I think me and
Yeah.
you, Shelly, we talked about the Silas prior to coming into this match, but I don't know if we said anything on stream. But Azir, Orianna, Silas, TF getting taken off the board, and they leave Corki up, and that's our matchup there. Spore on the Ahri into Ainuin's Corki again. I don't know how well Ahri does into Corki. I think Corki does just fine.
Yeah, he does just fine. This is a lane where I mean, you can be honestly, Corki outplays you early unless you're an absolute smurf on the Ahri, and then Corki just definitely outscales you. What the plan has to be for GGez is Spore absolutely needs to stop these engages from the Udyr, whether it's him or Alistair. But the thing is, yes, you're going to be hitting on these champs that want to come in on you, hit the charm, but there's not a ton of a ton of damage. Now Darius has a lot of good damage. Caitlyn, I guess, is going to be charm into trap into ease, and then you can and maybe get a fear out there. But I'm not really feeling even the fear in these team fights of the onslaught of shadows from the Hecarim. I'm not really. I don't know exactly if that's going to work too well. You have that going into the E, knocking them back into Ahri charm into traps that you place down with precision and the right timing. It's a whole lot to sequence together and place right. Their composition looks decent. You can execute on it, but it's much more difficult to execute on than Mach 5, whose composition just says, we can give you any soul in the game, and then we get to 35 minutes, and we beat you then. Because that's what they did last game. And all these tanks here, and we see Ainuin on this Corki again. What's the answer going to be? Is it Ahri? We'll find out.
Yeah, and this would have been a game for some Vayne, for some your mommy Vayne plays. I mean, there's three tanks again. I don't know why we're not seeing it. I'm very concerned for GGez's comp because they don't have tank shred. And yeah, Darius can do some stuff to your front line, but Darius isn't ever going to get to Kaiser or Corki. And if he does, then I mean, Mach 5 did something wrong. But did Caitlyn and Ahri have the damage to kill them, like you said? Is Ahri going to be able to shut down a Corki? I don't know. Maybe a full damage Hecarim might be the win con here, but we'll find out on the Rift, and we'll see you guys when we get there, when we're loading in. All right, so awesome. Ayo, we're back with week 4 Krypton Mach 5 versus GGez. This is game 2, and we see similar comps out of we see a similar comp out of Mach 5. They were able to take game 1 with their scaling, team fighting comp with this quirky mid-eye Nguyen popping off, and we get to see that again. GGez trying something a little different here, and this is not a standard 5-point.
Oh no, from boss side try. Are we going to catch out Frosty?
They do have the Braum. Braum's good for invades. Frosty spots him out and dodges it.
Oh, are we staying? Now, what I want to see is King Rain walk down and put a ward down, or is that his ward in the? No, it's not his ward in the pixel brush. That's actually, I believe it's Ari's. Whose ward is that? Maybe Heckler's. Maybe Capo. No, maybe I don't know.
Either Udyr or Al. Oh wait, which one? Oh, on the other side.
I think it's Udyr's. I think it's Udyr's ward in that pixel brush. So King Rain maybe could have gotten a ward down onto that blue, but no, they're on a ward now. Never mind, they're on a ward. So we understand what's going on here. Where the start is.
Yeah. Yeah, Miracle Whips was able to get the ward on the blue, and your mommy actually got a ward in the tri-bush on the way to lane, and they're looking for some more cheese. Miracle Whip's gonna force the smite.
Oh! Wait.
He did smite. Okay. Kappa 1 picks up his buff, but forced to use smite early. Hate that, don't you? As a jungler, but I'm sure he'll be all right. Udyr has a fairly decent year. Yeah, he's gonna be a-okay. But yeah, your mommy and Miracle Whips, Caitlyn Braum this round, and they're definitely gonna look for some abuse on the Alistar pick. That's what I could only assume. That's why you'd pick these champions. They want to put some poke and abuse their laner. Try to chip down Soar and make that Alistar pick something he doesn't want to play in a game 3.
Level 2 first for the side of GGez. Will we see? Did your mommy go W or E first? Traps or the net? Traps. Good trap. As you push in here, maybe with Scissor is trying to assert his dominance in this lane, but we'll see how that works out for him in this game right here. But you do love to see it out of your mommy Miracle Whips. Go ahead and get this push very early on in the bot lane. You do want to get plates and have that early pressure. And if you do know that Kappa 1 started bot side, so he has to path topward. So you're pretty safe to go ahead and make this push happen. You're gonna have to time it the right way, but it's looking like a pretty strong lane for you right now. Get those traps down.
Sora Emperor getting the flash and actually forcing your mommy's flash, but what I said in draft actually proved me wrong. Sora Emperor goes in for the engage and doesn't really get punished as they do not find the Braum passive, the concussive blows. No stun there, so and they're close to tower. But flash is down for both your mommy and Sora Emperor.
Yep, your mommy's flash worth a little bit more. Actually, you do see a cheater recall come out of Maple Scissor, shoves the wave, gets a walk back to lane with a Cole of all things. That's great. As Miracle Whips and your mommy are seen in this pixel, they didn't get trapped, but there's no prio in the mid lane. See how it works. Ooh.
Yeah, Kappa 1, you're not getting this scuttle. You have to back off.
Tough.
Kind of win, getting poked out quite a bit.
Yeah, kind of win. Not doing all of that. He's doing all right. He's doing all right in this matchup with
a lot of healing.
Ari. Yeah, a ton of healing going on. Look at all that green.
Yeah, it's they both took biscuits. They have health bots. Fleet and Grass is gonna help. I'm sure top lane took second wind.
Is that orb bigger on that Ari? Can we look at that Ari again? That orb looks so huge.
Oh wow. Is it the skin? That's definitely the skin.
Am I tripping?
It's got a there's a full animal in there or something. There is a creature inside the orb.
Is that spirit? What is that? That's not Spirit Blossom, is it?
That's what it looks like, but I'm not entirely sure.
It could be a chroma too. It could be a chroma. I don't know.
Kappa 1 sneaking into the bot lane, but Sora Emperor hex flashing backwards because nothing. We're gonna not find much here. Trying to bait and engage. Kappa 1 wants to use his flash to get on your mommy because this Caitlyn does not have flash available. First Dragon Infernal is spawning soon. Why is King Rain seemingly winning this lane?
Well, I think you know the answer, but we're not going to say that right now because this is a very respectful stream right now. And Kappa One just goes back and takes his wolves. He does understand that the dragon is up right now, but no lane gank available for him there. Frosty and Sword Emperor are doing just fine. Down 11 CS right now, but still doing fine. Able to just get this gold here as the bot lane of GGez will go ahead and reset, I believe, while their jungler Blackwing is going to start pathing bot very, very soon. But nope, going to look to shove this next wave. They definitely both have Noon Quiver, or at least your mommy has Noon Quiver right now. We'll see what all he goes back and gets. Uh-oh. Ghost.
Blackwing with the Ghost. Looking for a gank. It's kind of later in the game this time, but looking for something on King Rain. There's literally no damage at all. And King Rain has the ultimate available with the re-engage. Kappa 1's here. Will they be able to find a kill? No, Kappa 1 forced the flash out, and there's the damage. Finally, Maple Scissor flashing forward, looking for a kill. The shield, Soul Furnace shield available for Sion. He's not going to fall as Winch kind of just face tanking Spore right now. Spore looking for the kill, cleansing the Ignite.
Whoop. No!
He does find it. It's a 1-for-1. Spore takes the first blood, and it looks like the wave is kind of dead even there. So, first blood gold, good for Spore. But, yeah, just a little bit of a bonus. Actually, Blackwing's going to shove that in. So now, kind of a win on the map for GGez.
Yeah, a pretty decent win there. You do get the first blood onto your Ahri, who does need to get that gold in so she can go ahead and rush out that that Everfrost. As we get into a replay here in just a moment, but Blackwing is also happy about that because he's able to crash that wave and get some more of that gold and that XP that you aren't able to get in the jungle right now. But this is the engage right here in the top side where Kappa One decides to try to appeal for King Rain, and a lot of just almosts happening here. Oh, now we're into the mid lane fight with Spore playing this actually perfectly. Comes in, takes a turret shot.
Yeah, we have a bot engage, and Kappa 1 shows up knowing your mommy does not have the flash available, and actually the CC is enough to pick up both kills, and Blackwing might be in trouble as well as they look for the dive, but no, they're not going to find it. Your mommy and Miracle Whips go down. Kappa 1, yeah, I mean, he had the time with Blackwing was busy shoving in the mid lane, going back and taking some camps. Kappa 1 said, I'm going to sneak in for this bot gank. Going to find it and picks up a kill for himself and gives one over to his ADC Frosty. So it's, definitely helps out and relieves some of that Caitlyn pressure. As Win getting charmed up, taking all of his HP. Spore is showing us that this Ahri pick might be good enough to win this game.
Maple Scissor just going ahead and zoning King Rain off the wave here. And he is about 12 CS ahead right now in this lane. So this Darius pickup looking pretty good right now into this Sion. Did go and pick the Cole, has the Hearthbound Axe as well. So he's doing very, very well in this lane for himself. But we do see both Spore and Blackwing moving up in response to this, controlling the top lane and taking away this Herald. Now, will we see Inuin and Kappa 1 make a move as well? I really don't think that's going to be the answer because they just aren't going to win that with Darius sitting right here. They know he has prio. But with drag up, we may see these two sides potentially. Nope, can't really trade it now that the Herald's gone and you don't have prio.
They didn't get Dragon before. Kappa 1 could have just soloed it right after you killed their bot lane. Both bot laners are gone. Blackwing was low, had to recall. Yeah, sure, Spore poked out Inuin in the mid lane, but the Ahri's not going to stop you guys from taking that Dragon. So not taking the Dragon, a little troll there. Blackwing's going to pick up the Herald on the other side of the map. And Mach 5 up 3-1 in kills, but kind of down in objectives right now. And in CS.
It's only troll if you lose. So we'll see how this works out at the end. We do a results-based analysis here. Uh-oh. Maple Scissor.
Well, I did not see Blackwing coming in, so the Hecarim's here. Jungler shows up to save Maple Scissor's life, but is he going to die for it? King Rain with no mana and knowing the mid-range roam's coming. Spore's there, holding the charm.
Ooh.
He finds it, and they're going to pick up the kill on Kappa 1. Spore picks up that kill, and that, again, numbers. Sometimes we see GGez just shows up with more players, and Mach 5 gets punished for it.
Yeah, the one thing...
No, go ahead.
And the thing about Ahri that kind of gets underestimated sometimes is the roam potential. So fast, able to get from lane to lane, and then once you do set up that dive, that engage there, she's just very mobile and able. If you're able to hold that charm, like we did see Spore do there, you can control how that engage works. You control their enemies' movements because they have to play around that charm. Once it comes out, they can try to dodge it or whatever, maybe even predict it. But until it does come out, you are always making your movements while getting hit, while in a fight, based off of whether you think that charm is going to come out sooner or later. So it's a very great engage from Spore. We can see very aggressive from that dive in the mid lane, even more aggressive with the body block in the very forward movement in the top lane to get a kill there. Maple Scissor is feeling really froggy right now.
Yeah, King Rain going to ward the bush, or actually, wait, he already had it warded, maybe? But they just warded it. And Maple Scissor actually going to lose that trade in the little bit of that bushwhack there. We did see that Blackwing used the Herald in top lane. They brought it down to 1 turret plate, so top lane's low. And while doing that, Maple Scissor was actually mid and Spore was top, so that extra turret plate gold was shared between Blackwing and Spore. And now Spore is a kill up on the Corki, but actually 800 gold ahead of Ainuin with the turret plating, the first blood, and the extra kill. CS is about even, so 800 gold lead in the mid lane is pretty significant. And using that mid priority, they did just pick up that Infernal Drake. And it looks like we might get Mountain Soul again. It's either going to be that or Ocean.
Both going to be very great. Wait, Maple Scissor.
Yeah, Maple Scissor, the jungler's here as well. You're 100% dead. Flash available, but you better not use it. As Kappa 1 is going to pick up that kill.
Yeah, that was just
King Rain for the setup. Yeah, I mean, he got low in that bushwhack earlier that he took. It's kind of like the same narrative, right? Sorry, but it's like Mach 5 just plays reactively, and GGez makes proactive, aggressive plays, and sometimes they just, I don't know, they shoot themselves in the foot. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, see, how I see it is, yeah, Mach 5 does play reactively, but GGez plays aggressively. But I think they play aggressive, and they just it has to be partially just not respecting the vision or even the burst potential. Like now, Sion has a little bit less, I think, burst potential or surprising burst potential that a Ornn has, but he's still a champion, right? He's still strong, and even though you are ahead on Darius in farm, you're ahead in farm. You don't have kills on top of your head. You don't have all that KP and whatnot. You've been playing the lane very well, but you do get that turret plating, I do believe. But you're still a very early Darius against this Sion, and he's strong enough. And when this jungler comes, you're not gonna beat that 2v1 even with your passive. Hold up, look at this.
Yeah, more fighting in the top lane. Maple Scissor calls for it. He wants it, and King Rain walks away with more HP yet again.
That's what happens when you're just a very tanky boy. King Rain not scared, and we see Maple Scissor have to go ahead and back once more. Now, what I did notice in the bot lane is that Frosty went ahead and got the Kraken Slayer outright, did not go for the Dirk in between for that Q evolve. But Ainuin.
Yeah, Spore looking for it, gonna find the charm. It's cleansed, and then the Onslaught of Shadow comes in. Ainuin trying to find some return damage. Cleanse not available to cleanse the ignite. And Spore's going to pick up that kill, but trying to get away. Low on HP. Kappa 1 on the way. It's Udyr. He's a speedy boy. He has flash. He's not going to get there as he does use the flash, and the ace in the hole comes through, and now they're turning on him. Blackwing and Miracle Whips. They find the concussive blow stun. They finish him off, and your mama actually on the run, almost dying while trying to help that out, getting into the ulti range. Uh-oh. Sion's here. King Rain finding the combo and the knockup, giving another kill over to Frosty. Frosty 2-0 on the Kai'Sa with the Kraken Slayer, like you said earlier. And I mean, it's good stuff for GGez. And again, they're playing aggressive and they kind of need to, right? We talked about their team comp. It's not ideal. It's not great. And this late game, scary, quirky Kaisa 3 tank out of Mach 5 is just going to be nuts, right? So they have to win early, and Spore is putting the carry pants on this time around, and he's making plays on the map. But again, it's a ticking time bomb. They need to, I'd say they need to win pre 25 minutes, pre 30 minutes. Like that's it starts to get really bad. We saw it last game. It starts to get real bad at that point. So
Oh yeah. And I want to go ahead and say that you were absolutely right on your point about this Hecarim piloted by Blackwing. With there not being too much, sustained damage on their side, he decides to go into the Trinity Force Hecarim build here. Have not seen this in so long because of how strong Kim Tank has been. Kim Tank has been nerfed. Hecarim's E has been nerfed. And although we did see Hecarim go with the Kim Tank last game, with this team comp, you do want to get a little bit more damage on top of your team. Now, I won't lie, I like Trinity Force, but I love Sunder a little bit more on Hecarim. I understand why most people do like Trinity Force themselves. But oh wait, no, we're going Trinity Force with Conqueror. I did not notice it was Conqueror Hecarim. I thought it was still Phase Rush. This is a very interesting build path, both in items and in the Keystone. I definitely want to pay more attention to see how Blackwing does in this game with these two synergizing very well with each other.
yeah, and I said it. I think he needs to help carry. He needs to get some damage on either the Corki or the Kaisa because it's so hard for even Braum or Darius to touch them, and you're relying on Ari to kill not one but both. So you need help out of the Hecarim to definitely kill the other carry. And Caitlyn's just poking and providing the damage she can, but when it comes to burst and DPS, Caitlyn's not going to be doing as much as Kaisa or Corki. So yeah, definitely need the Ari burst and Hecarim burst to take out those carries. Summarize all that because I don't even remember what I said. Dragon was picked up. Dragon 2, basically uncontested. Oh, wow. The Braum ulti comes in. Frosty, you're in trouble. Onslaught of Shadows as well. And the stun comes through. Concussive blows. Your mommy picks up the kill. And it looked like Frosty thought he was safe. But that Braum ultimate, I don't know the name of it. It's gonna catch him on the last pixel and knock him up in the air. Seal the deal.
The ult is called Glacial Fissure. He's a what is he? What's it? Freljord dude. I won't lie to you. I don't know anything about the lore. I just found out like the other week I was casting with someone. I found out that Seraphine uses Skarners to power her music or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, she kills whatever Skarner is. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm hearing he's a Brackern, whatever that is. But yeah, Seraphine kills those things to make music, and that's the beautiful thing about music and art. It's subjective.
Kill all of the Skarner's children. Maple sometimes looking for a full engage here on King Rain. Oh my god.
Stepping forward. I like that. Well,
Blackwing with the ghost looking for the engage on I win.
No, not that way.
But for trying to get out of the tower range, gonna walk into 3 members of Mach 5, and that's a kill for Frosty. As multiple members of GGez are on the run. Kappa 1 looking for the stuns. King Rain teleports in, lands the ultimate, and there's just more kills for Frosty. He's having a field day. One of those kills does get taken by Kappa 1, but 4-1 on the Kaisa now. I think he just lost his shutdown gold earlier, but probably going to have another shutdown bounty on. Oh my god,
wait,
no fear.
Scissorp
is here as well.
Why?
And Mach 5 just turns on the Jets. They run it down, and they take everything, man. They ace. There's the ace.
I'm so confused. Okay, so honestly, look. Okay, as Spore, you go in, you get the kill under tower. Why are you using your ult to go into their blue side jungle? Just go backwards. Go backwards where your team is. But then, okay, that's fine. Your mommy sits under tier 1 mid tower with Herald popped, and you know your tower's at like 60% health. You're not gonna live there, right? So then your mommy dies under tower for no reason. And then Maple Scissorp says, okay, both my carries are dead. I'm about to walk up here, see what's going on, and then die immediately. I'm just a little bit confused as to what the shot calling was there, or what if they're saying no, go in. They're one shot. You know how sometimes you're playing maybe you're playing COD, like, oh, they're one shot. No, they're never one shot. Well, hold up, Frosty. When Frosty gets on you, you're always one shot. Look at that. Look at that.
Spore finds the damage. We did just see him sort of run it down there in the mid lane, but he's still a force to be reckoned with, as he does pick off Frosty there. Frosty did not use his flat, but used his heal, and wasn't enough to keep him alive. That's probably some shutdown gold for sure. And nothing on the map really, Baron, but they're not going to go for it. So the picks just gold are good to get that shutdown. 200 extra gold on the kill there. Well played by Spore. Again, he is the only one really doing anything for GGez. Or I shouldn't say doing anything. The only one getting the gold, right? So he needs to carry. But again, team comps are a thing. And I think the fact that Mach 5 is basically even right now in gold with up 3 kills, and they're about to get this bot tower, I think it's looking real good for Mach 5, and GGez it's going to be rough.
Yeah, I think the Dragons are once again your win con, but we saw how that worked out in the last game. I do want to say that this Ahri, piloted by Spore, is almost 2K, about 15 to 1600 gold ahead, more like 1800 gold actually, ahead of Inuin on the Corki, with Ocean Dragon on the map in about 30 seconds. The Corki does have package in hand, or in, I guess, I don't know.
Underneath
the belly of the plane there. So we're going to see how this engage works out. 3 tanks and package. How do you want to play this? You do have 2 dragons already. Do you want to fight for this third?
The charm is down. That is like the only instant CC. As soon as seeing that charm down, I might have pulled the trigger there, but holding the package. Maple Scissor from behind. Ace in the hole comes out. It does land on Inuin. Some poke there. And actually using the package to turn on Maple Scissor, he gets blown up. On the other side, Kappa 1 and King Rain taking a lot of damage. Kappa 1 actually flashed out, and the Scion ultimate comes in, and wow, Mach 5 is going to wipe the floor. This might be another ace. A triple kill thus far for Inuin. Looking for more. Frosty's going to flash forward. And that's the Quadra.
Unofficial quad.
Only one left is Black Wing, able to get out of there, but yeah, you're not getting Dragon Soul this game, Mach 5 saying, and they're going for Baron.
That's really tough. Now you have what was a 1-3-1 Corki, now a 5-3-1 Corki, gets multiple shutdowns. I mean, this is just you had positioning, but the thing is, actually you didn't have positioning, but the thing is, you already have 2 Drakes, right? You have 2 Drakes, and I see this so often. Teams are so willing to die over an objective they don't have prio on. They don't win the fight the way they're set up there. The vision isn't really working out for them, but they still do handshake the fight, saying we will go in here, we'll engage, or be willing to get engaged on in suboptimal conditions, and then they die, give over so much gold to the wrong member of the opposite team, and that can be game breaking. Getting 4 kills onto a Corki who was behind can be game breaking, especially when those kills give over different shutdowns as well. So we saw that Spore was about 1,800 gold ahead of Inuin, and now Inuin he's about 200 gold up on Spore. That is a 2,000 gold swing in just the mid lane alone, and 3,000 gold is the advantage for Mach 5 right now. Only 1 dragon in hand, but you don't need dragons to get kills, as we saw in the last game. So they're looking just fine. So many tanks, so much peel, and it can't just be this Ahri doing all the damage. I do like Blackwing running this Trinity Force. He's had very good engages. He's had very good engages, and has helped enable the bot lane of GGez. But Sport can't be the only one being a playmaker. You need more playmakers against this comp, because you're just going to get outdone because they have too many playmakers. They have so many playmakers. And if you're just counting on Blackwing and Spore, you're just going to be losing slowly rather than losing quickly if they don't playmake.
Yeah, so you said this can be game breaking, but I think I'm gonna just say it is game breaking as Spore goes to take that 1v1 with Ainu in
No,
and
Spore.
is about to lose. Zonia's comes out, one more auto. Nope, it's the phosphorus bomb, and that's it right there. Any other moment in this game before now, that's a free kill for Spore, and GGez looking for a return engage. They're not going to take it though. They were going to back off. But when you pick 3 winning lanes, right? Let's just say in theory, Darius is supposed to beat Sion, Ari beats Corki, and Caitlyn is stronger than Kaisa early. And you're not ahead at this point in the game. It doesn't get better from there. It's an L.
Nah.
As we do see, they look for a really desperate engage in the mid lane. Soar Emperor comes in with the knockups. Saw a lot of those in game 1 and just shuts it all down. And I mean, yeah, if Mach 5 was, it's so impossible to throw a game like this. It looks close, like gold wise, maybe, but when you look at the team comps, I mean, it's definitely 100% over.
I wonder if Stormrazor's second is the build into this comp right here, but honestly, Caitlyn's build isn't the reason why this game's over. Maybe the Caitlyn pick could be the reason the game's over, but it's not really. It's not. I can't blame just the Caitlyn pick as a whole. I will say this: the most interesting thing about this game right now is that I realized what skin Spore is using. I think that's Star Guardian. I think it's Star Guardian Ari. But yeah, outside of that.
Yeah, that was.
Outside of that, I'm not really seeing much to really go off of here. This is just a situation where Mach 5 is just so much stronger than the opposition. Ocean Drag is going to be up in the next 30 seconds. If you are GGez, you need to sprint to this bot side of the river, try to establish vision, and it may be getting engaged, as we do see Spore go ahead and push that wave out. But Spore has no flash. He'll be up most likely before this fight starts, or during the fight, but no ignite either. But at least Ainuin doesn't have his cleanse, so you might have a chance. He does have package though, so we'll have to see how this works out.
Corki package available, face checking, using the package to dodge Spore's charm. That was kind of close, but Spore takes so much damage from off screen, I guess. I mean, probably from package and an auto. And this is just an easy second Ocean Drake as Maple Scissor side breaking into a bush for the lulz. And yeah, nothing else really happens. Mach 5 just gets that dragon super easily.
We run down mid here.
Yeah, I mean, you're ahead enough. I feel like Mach 5 could run it down 3 times, and even if they died all 3 times, they'd probably still win the game.
Yeah, I mean, who do you want the gold to go to? Spore? Not going to be that much more of a menace on the map. Your mommy now has Last Whisper.
More Dom, so yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Now you have Last Whisper here. That's cool, but that probably should have been second. Honestly, you're not getting too many picks. You're not setting up that often for that slow of Stormrazor to be the best option. Once again, I'm not blaming your mommy, but it's just a bad situation. Hold up though.
Yeah. Onslaught of Shadows coming in with the Glacial Fissure. And there's just no damage. It's what it looks like, as Blackwing is going to get taken down, and the ultimate from Sion coming from downtown. Maple Scissor trying to find the damage on Frosty. It's not there as Frosty flashes away. Soar Emperor in the backline with some help. Going to pick up some more kills, and this is not a clean 5-for-1 as Ainuin did fall, but they do kill everyone. There's the ace, and that's going to be the end game. And we can go back to your mommy's build. I think maybe a Blade of the Ruined King could have been helpful, but it's just so inefficient on a champion like Caitlyn. Lord Doms is the best thing for you into a triple tank comp like this. And that's what I just think makes it a draft gap. I mean, they really needed an ADC that was going to provide that DPS to those tanks, and they didn't have it. And even maybe a mid laner, something with more DPS than Ari would have helped. Malzahar, Cassiopeia, something like that. Poison, I don't know. But there it is. Mach 5 takes the series 2-0. This is the Krypton Division in Metashift League. We're in week 4. And I mean, this is technically an upset, I think. I think GGez was the higher standing team. So well played by Mach 5. Yep.
Yeah, very well played. Let's look at the damage real quick. We see, yeah, not very much of a surprise. Ari doing the most damage on the team, but the second most to this Kaisa, piloted by Frosty, who came online there at the end of the game, looking very very strong. Was strong even earlier, honestly, but was a menace in the later parts of this game. Frosty and Soar Emperor had a good game here, but what I'm looking at the most is how Spore looked so strong early, and even Blackwing on the Trinity Force build was playing very good. Even I guess against what his KDA shows at 1, 4, and 3, I think Blackwing played well early on in this game, but they just got outscaled. And when I knew I got the unofficial quadra kill after that dragon fight, it was already over. At that point, the game was already over. You had a very behind Corki that you Giga fed into a Baron that just was not. It was so hard to come back, especially with Maple Scissor not playing so well on this Darius, and then you have your damage is Spore, while your mommy on Caitlyn even getting trap headshots was doing nothing to, what is it, a Scion, an Udyr, and an Alistair. Like, those are the champs stepping up. Those are the 3 champs stepping up who have any chance of getting trapped. So, I mean, there was really no shot at all, I feel like. I think he performed well on Caitlyn last week, but against this comp right here, this probably wasn't what you wanted to do, even though Spore played well in lane, and even out of lane a bit, Spore played well. You just got outscaled. You just were never going to have the same kind of impact that a Corki and a Kaisa and an Alistair were going to have in this game. And like you said, I think it was a bit of a draft diff, but it didn't have to be. It didn't have to be, because even Spore on his Echo would have been a good option here in the mid lane. But we can leave all the theory crafting to the experts in chat. This was just a nice 2-0 from Mach 5. Came from behind in game 1, played really well in game 2. Gotta give it up to him.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I think King Rain was actually just insane this series.
Yeah.
The Scion game, especially this last game, he proved to be a huge factor. It's just I mean, just coming from downtown, really good teleports, really good ultis. I mean, I'm not going to say top diff, but quite the top diff. King Rain proven to make those tanks really worth it. And the Ornn, I mean, you just play Ornn to play Ornn. The ornaments come through, and that's all you have to do. You just have to survive. That's really it. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say King Rain was my MVP. I liked his performance tonight, and yeah, I think, like, yeah, one more thing to add is just GGez. You should stick to what you know and what's working. I mean, we saw the Vayne double pentas. Vayne would have been super good in triple tank comps.
Oh yeah,
we had him back to back, and I know Maple Scissor has only shown that he plays the fighters or the bruisers, but you've won some games with some Ornn and some Shen in the top lane. Maybe it wasn't this player, but sometimes those champions are better for the comp. So you got to figure out what comps you want to run. And I don't think this one was it, but game 1 definitely looked a lot better comp-wise and performance-wise. So yeah, I mean, exciting series, well played by Mach 5. If you don't have anything else to add,
I have one thing. King Rain did play very well in both these games, both on the Ornn and the Scion played extremely well. But I gotta give it. I'd be very remiss if I didn't give a shout out to my man Soar Emperor on the Alistair. Played very well both these games. The first game was just looking immaculate, able to claw back a victory from the jaws of defeat. And then in this game right here, no kills, no deaths, 17 assists of the 21 kills his team had. This is what you like to see from your support right here. This very involved, but not feeding. You love to see it from a champ that's so up in front. This isn't a Lux. This isn't like one of these champs like a Lulu that wants to play back, has all these heals, maybe even a Seraphine. But this is a champ that wants to move forward and has to be willing to take damage from the enemy team here, especially in a lane like, Caitlyn Braum with a Hecarim coming over the top. I mean, for an Alistair to have 17 assists and no deaths, no kills, it looks really good, and he played very well in the first game as well. I gotta say that Sword Emperor looked very, very strong on an Alistair when we saw him last week playing Yasuo and Yone going 11-1 and like 12-3. This is a change of pace from what we saw last week, and it looks good here too.
I'm glad you say that. We need to show some support, love, and I completely agree with everything you say. And there's another really good Alistar player in this division, so maybe we'll have to set up a 1v1 Sore Emperor versus the other guy. I won't name any names tonight, but we're gonna wrap it
Silver
up here.
Blades.
This is week 4, Krypton Division in Metashift League. Mach 5 takes the victory 2-0 against GGez, and I believe we'll be streaming again tomorrow. But if not, just join the Discord and pay attention to what announcements we got coming. All right. I'm Metashift org owner and Shellytron on the bottom there. We had some fun tonight. This was good time, and yeah. Until next time, have a good night.